Hi guys, welcome back to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. For those of you who are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. So this is a general reading here for the Gemini collective. So we're at such a general reading here. If you're noticing things not resonating, simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and that's okay. At the end of the day, it's likely meant for somebody else who really did need to hear the message, right? And dates as well, please keep in mind, these dates really are general guidelines. All right. Take a deep breath, guys. We're going to let it all of the negative energies. Another deep, 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 deep breath. We're going to allow ourselves to dive right into the positive, good vibes coming our way. Can you feel it? I feel it. Let's get your reading started. So this will be the energy oracle card. This is going to provide us with the overall energies here in this reading here today. Tapping into the energies for Gemini. Spirit, please provide messages for Gemini. And this will be to cover the time frame of February the March 1st through March 7th. Spirit, what messages would you like to have come forward for Gemini? All right, these are not your cards. Not even a little bit. Gotta be honest with you. Not vibing with them at all. Spirit, please provide a message for Gemini from March 1st to March 7th. All right, these are your cards. Let's take a look at the overall energies here for your reading, guys. Overall energies, it says adjustments are required. So overall, what is interesting here with the Moon Oracle cards, it says it's the third quarter moon. So I'm going to take a look into the third quarter moon. Third quarter moon generally can represent to reevaluate balance, and trust. All right. See if we can get anything else on this overall energy here. Very intrigued. Take a look right from the book here. Bear with me for a memento s'il vous plaît. Adjustments are required. It says, think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Gotta say, I sense that you are letting go. I was kind of concerned for you. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there's a toxic emotion involved which you need to release into the ethers. This card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to go where you want to be. Change, of course, is forecast now that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. So this overall for you, I'm very much sensing it's more or less you are reevaluating your situation. And the reason for it is there's some kind of a balance right now that is just off in your life. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but you sense it. And it might be bugging the hell out of you that you can't put your finger on it. But your life does feel like there is something out of whack, something out of balance. So there is definite you're trying desperately at this time to reevaluate any and all situations that you're in as to why you could be feeling this way. So really the most important thing at this time is really to trust. Okay, so let's take a look and see if there's anything else. Nope, that's it for that card. So now that we have the overall energies, let's take a look at the cards. I don't normally like to read out of this book, but some decks I don't use very often, so I'll go ahead and just read directly from the book itself. We're all learning, right? And if you're not learning, you're not living. All right, guys. So, first card up is Eight of Wands. Why are you having this off balance? Just whatever it is, there's something here that's creating momentum. With the Eight of Wands card, I don't even know what it is at this point. The energies really just indicate that there is some form of momentum gathering here. Something is falling short of its target is what I'm hearing. That is a message for some people, not everyone. I do sense that overall things as far as your home life appear to be quite happy. So you have a sense of contentment and peace. So very likely if there's something that is off and you're really looking to just reevaluate, the likelihood is that it's nothing to do with home or family. And the next card is King of Pentacles. So this is going to be generally a card which is going to signify leadership of some kind. This is overall an energy of just you having a responsible mindset here, a practical mindset. You have the ability here to take care of business when things need to get done. So if the bills are piling up, you have what it takes to make the money and get the bills paid. And at the end of the day, you really should feel very confident to accept any opportunities that come your way. So if there is something that's coming your way and it's very intriguing to you and you're questioning whether or not you have what it takes or all of the abilities or qualities that are needed, you can confidently move forward. So the likelihood is there is nothing relating to career specifically. So it's not relating to home, it's not relating to family, it's not relating to career or occupation. That doesn't necessarily just mean finances. That just means your work life, so your job and just how you make a living. Okay? Next card is the Temperance card. So here in this reading, guys, this is going to help you to get some balance. Temperance card. This is going to help you to stay grounded. So overall, it's really you being optimistic here, and you're taking care of yourself. You're very proactive at this time with your self-care, and if self-care is needed. So overall, the patience that's coming from this card is allow yourself the time and the space that you need to open up, whether it be your heart, your mind, or your soul, to really reevaluate what it is that is the missing piece of the puzzle. I gotta say, I instantly get the indication that for most of you, it's not heart and mind, it is likely soul related. It's on a soul level. There's just something that you can't put your finger on it. It feels as though it's missing, or it's lacking, or it needs to be nurtured in some way. You've lost touch in some way. You need to develop things in some way. So it could really go a bunch of different ways, but to me in this reading, it's definitely indicating soul. So that's going to allow you to focus on becoming balanced again with heart, mind, and soul if you're focusing on that. Next card is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So cups generally tend to revolve around emotions. This is a sense of you being I feel that there's emotional stability. So there is, like I said, a lot of you being proactive with self-care. This is a second indication of that. Emotional security, definitely very strong. You being very comfortable here in your own skin. That's a really big message for some of you. And it may not have happened for you overnight. This may have been something that you really have worked towards, but at this time in your existence, you're very comfortable in your own skin. All right, next card we have is the Chariot card. So here in this reading, guys, this is going to be, generally it's a victory card, but overall in your reading, I'm seeing home sweet home for you. So another indication here that your home life seems to be quite harmonious at this time. This is definite good news coming your way. It's something concerning finances. Now, this is not for everyone. If you have been hit recently with a surprising expense of some kind, so it's out of the ordinary for you and it really kind of sets you back, it seems as though you're really going to be paying off this debt. So you're receiving good news with this Chariot card. So it may actually, for some of you, relate to that. So this card as well, as far as spiritually for you, this is very much indicating that you're really starting to open up. You're really starting to just more so be open to different aspects of spirituality. So you may actually be attending different types of seminars where you're experiencing different things or really just getting new ideas. And the really exciting thing here is if that is something that you're going to undertake at this time, you will see significant results as far as really feeling as though you're taking more out of the situation than you ever thought you possibly could. So in a sense, you're seeing things in a new light as far as spirituality goes. I believe you're really starting to understand that spirituality for you is personal and sacred, and it's something that you have rituals which really keep you centered and really keep you grounded and really keep you balanced and really allow you to connect with your higher self. And this is the aspect of spirituality that you're really allowing yourself to tune out the rest of the world. I feel this so strongly for you. Tuning out the rest of the world at this time is not an issue for you. It's just, it feels as though it's an automatic thing that's happening in your life right now, so you're not even giving it any thought. That is really a great place to be, because that's allowing you to focus your mind. And by doing that as well, I feel that you have stable emotions, so that's allowing you also to focus on your emotions and maintaining those emotions in a stable level. So it's a great combination for the ability to co-create, and definitely for manifestation purposes. All right, so the last card that I selected, I am going to get some clarifying cards. I don't think that the story really has been told here. Three of Wands is the last card selected. So this card, when I see this in your reading, it's really a question that you need to ask yourself. Have you lost your direction? And on a lot of levels, you haven't. You figured things out. Things are working for you as they should. You're going about your life and taking care of business and everything that needs to be undertaken. The question really to ask yourself is on a spiritual level. Have you lost your direction? This card is very, very symbolic here in this reading for you guys regarding experimenting with practices and really refining them. Some of you could be trying things along the lines of crystals, getting into the energies of crystals, and some of you could be getting into things such as I think they're called singing bowls. It's where you have the bowl and I've never actually done that myself. I don't know. I'm visualizing. I see it, and you allow yourself to make the music with the bowl. So that's something. For some of you, I feel that's going to be a practice that you're going to be drawn towards because of the vibrations that you're getting out of it. And with the vibrations that you're getting out of that practice, you're able to use a mantra of some kind. So normally I'm sure you've heard of yoga or meditation where you have the so it's that humming sound. It's the same type of idea. You're getting that from the singing bowl. That vibration that's coming from that is what easily allows you to tap into the vibration that you're seeking. So I feel pretty strongly that that is a practice and that some of you will be experimenting with. All right, let's take another deck and get some clarifying details here for you guys. Let's take a look at this deck here. All right, any additional messages, Spirit, that you can provide for Gemini? And this is to cover the time frame of March 1st. Sorry guys, my clumsiness. It's that time of the day. I'm going to blame it on the time of the day, right? The Hanged Man. So you're definitely, you're feeling at odds as far as there's just something off. There's something missing. You haven't put your finger on it. There's a missing piece of the puzzle. You have yet to find it, and you are in a mind frame where It seems as though you're really going to make that a focus, and you're going to, not that you're going to obsess about it, but you're really going to make it a focus, and you're going to work towards, um, this to the point that you are not going to give up until you've found a solution that works for yourself. So that was the Hanged Man card. Next up was Four of Cups. This is reevaluation. So again, same as the overall energies here. I love, love, love how this card represents big time you seeing yourself for who you really are, and for loving yourself and truly authentically seeing and feeling yourself as beautiful. So I mean, as far as, that aspect, your physical, you're feeling pretty good, pretty self-confident about yourself. I feel a lot of you, for the first beginning of the new year, you maybe made that resolution where you decided to start some type of a fitness plan, and you may not have kept it up as rigorously as you wanted, but you did maintain a healthier lifestyle, and a lot of you are probably seeing benefits of that. So it's not, you're not as hard on yourself physically. You're allowing more important things to take over. So when you hear the saying, you can be a beautiful person on the outside, but you can also be a pretty crappy person on the inside, you're more so focusing on inner beauty. I do feel that what you are seeking, um, it it's a journey, right? It's not something that is really going to come to you overnight, and that's what's so beautiful about this, is it is a journey for you. Next card is the Justice card. So this is, it's generally a karma card. Overall, here in this reading, I'm getting a lot of on the spiritual side of things. I'm getting that the universe, it's almost like they're not punishing you for your past mistakes. I think because the karma card is usually a really big indication that we feel as though we're being punished by the universe, right? For the mistakes that we've made in the past. I feel that with this coming out in your reading, as especially with such a strong spiritual, there is a lot of signs who are going through very spiritual times right now. That's a little off track, sorry. So overall, where you feel at this time, you're recognizing you're not actually being punished by the universe for your mistakes. Interestingly enough, and this card in this reading is actually symbolizing that you have learned, that you have chosen to come into this life, and you have chosen certain lessons that you wanted to learn before you even came here. So the lessons that you're learning and going through, you're not seeing them as a punishment for past mistakes. You're seeing them as an opportunity to learn, and something that and I think intuitively, deep down, you're really doing some deep, deep, profound soul searching, because you're able to come to this conclusion. It's very interesting. Also, hearing something along the lines of past lives. So, some of you may be experiencing karma coming towards you, and you're not feeling as though you're not feeling as though you're being punished from the universe for your karma, for your past mistakes. You're feeling as though it's almost as if you've carried something on from a past life into this life, and it's not totally resonating for you yet in this life. You're kind of connecting the dots as far as things things really coming to you bit by bit. You may be having dreams, you may be having premonitions, some type of psychic intuitive ability that is quite heightened at this time, that is allowing you to either remember or just have that, like I said, intuitive feeling, sense, or knowing that it's kind of like a deja vu feeling. Like you've been through this particular situation, but not in this lifetime. That's the best way I can explain it. This is pretty intense, guys. I would recommend that you get the best possible sleep that you can get at this time, based on these energies. You're absolutely going to need it. You don't want to get drained. Page of Cups is the next card. This is symbolic here, guys, of your highest potential for your psychic phase. This is a card that is highly significant as far as your sensitivity for your intuition. So overall, that's really all I'm getting from this card. It's, again, everything that I mentioned here with the previous card. It's just really a second indication of that. All right, and the last card for your reading here today, guys, is the Four of Wands. And I'm kind of seeing bear with me for just a moment. Did we not have, we have Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. So sorry, I thought you had a double card. So you didn't have the Four of Wands yet come out. So this card here is, again, guys, it's symbolic of a happy home life. It's also representing specifically here in your reading, being focused as far as your mind and your emotions. You deliberately are focusing on your emotions. This can also represent all of your energetic blocks being cleared. So that is fantastic, to be able to be in a place of just contentment and peace. And this is really going to allow you to tap into your energies and really tap into your higher self achieving more of a relaxation state. I love it. It's a beginning of a very powerful journey for you, and it's a very personal, sacred journey that you're going through. And like I say, it's not something that's going to be happening for you overnight. Here, it's very much something that is going to be, it's always going to be on your mind as you go throughout your day. You may, for example, you may be seeing some form of synchronicities as you go about your day, and that's really just, excuse me, that's really just a reminder from the universe to remind you if you're on track or if you're going off track a bit. So for example, if you're seeing number sequences, you might be seeing something along the lines of 222 or 333 or 777. If you're seeing those regularly, you might want to take a look as to what the definition, the spiritual meaning of that particular number is. So 333, it will maybe be an indication to you from your spirit guides as to whether or not you're on track, or you need to, again, reevaluate and just readjust a bit so that you are continuing on the right track and you're not getting off path. So you can trust that those synchronicities that are coming to you, it's more of an intuitive gut feeling when you get those synchronicities, that it's just an inner knowing. It's an intuition that you know that it's a symbol, you know it's a synchronicity that is meant for you. It has some very significant meaning, and you just feel drawn to researching what it is and how it impacts your life. All right, guys, I'm done with this reading for today, but I am going to go ahead and select your inspirational message. Spirit, can you please provide an inspirational message? I need to slow my mind down a little bit, huh? Maybe you're experiencing that. Well, I think as a Gemini, you do always tend to have consistently, not scrambled thoughts, but you have consistent amount of thoughts just constantly going about in your mind. That's an indication right there. That's a clear indication. All right, let's try that one more time. Spirit, please provide one last message for Gemini, and this is for the time frame of March 1st through March 7th of 2020. One last final message, inspirational message for Gemini. Spirit, what message would you like to have come forward? First card out, guys. Oh, wow. It says, oneness is my true nature. So realistically, this is towards the end of your spiritual enlightenment. So this is very much where you're seeking to be in this place of sensing the oneness of everything, being able to connect with that energy field, and knowing that we are all one. I think overall in this reading, I'm very much sensing that you want to be at that level where you feel that connection, and I do think for some of you that is likely what you're reevaluating here, and that's something that you feel is missing. Maybe you just haven't 100% really put your finger on it yet, or you just need to do a little bit more reevaluating. That's not for everyone. This is likely a message for specific people, and if it resonates with you, if it does resonate with you, personally on a intuitive level, it's likely that you're going to be, like I said, not obsessively going towards your spiritual journey, but it likely does indicate that you are going to master your spiritual gifts, your spiritual life. You will be mastering, really becoming a master of self. So very exciting, intriguing times ahead for you. And it's quite the journey. So make sure that you continually tell yourself it is a journey. It's not something that happens overnight, and you wouldn't want it to happen overnight, because the process of the step by step and every day is really the experience that you're here to gather information and to learn from, to get the wisdom. We don't want things to come instantaneously without experiencing the journey, because then we're going to feel robbed of something, right? All right, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. Let's just take one more deep breath. And just lower your shoulders and allow your upper back to just relax and feel at complete peace. Peace. And I am hoping that you will have stillness of mind. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I would like to thank each and every single one of you who have joined this community. And for those of you who are interested in coming back from week to week, we would love to have you. Please go ahead and remember to click on like and subscribe.